Purandaradasa was a renowned composer, singer, and philosopher from Karnataka, India. He was a follower of the Vaishnava saint Madhvacharya. Purandaradasa is the Pitamaha or grandsire, as he is one of the chief proponents of Carnatic music. Devotees also regard him as an incarnation of the celestial singer and saint Narada. Purandaradasa's musical compositions are mostly in Kannada, though some are also in Sanskrit. He signed his compositions with the pen name Purandara Vittala. Vittala is another name for Lord Krishna, whom Purandaradasa adored and worshipped. Purandaradasa was born in Araga, which belonged to the Vijayanagar Empire. This place is in present-day Tirthahalli of Karnataka, India. His parents named him Srinivasa Nayaka after their patron deity Venkateshwara of Tirupati. He was the only son of the wealthy merchant Varadappa Nayaka and Rukmini. At 16, the young Srinivasa Nayaka was married to Saraswati Bai. They had 4 sons, Varadappa, Gururaya, Abhinavappa and Madhvapati. Srinivasa Nayaka lost his parents at age 20 and thereby inherited pawning and gemstone businesses from his father. He became prosperous and the people called him Navakoti Narayana, an epithet for an affluent man worth 90 million. Due to his ever-increasing prosperity, Srinivasa Nayaka became greedy and a miser. Lord Krishna decided to reform Srinivasa Nayaka of the delusion towards wealth by his divine providence. Once, a poor man arrived at Srinivasa Nayaka's shop seeking financial help for his son's Upanayana or sacred thread investiture ceremony. Srinivasa Nayaka remained indifferent to his repeated pleas and rejected him without considering his predicament. The helpless man went to Srinivasa Nayaka's house and pleaded with Srinivasa Nayaka's wife Saraswati Bai. The kind-hearted lady was touched when she saw his pitiful condition and gave away one of her precious nose rings to the poor man. The man returned to Srinivasa Nayaka and sold it to him. Later, Srinivasa Nayaka realized that the poor man had tricked him by selling his wife's nose ring to him. Enraged at what had happened, Srinivasa Nayaka returned home to ascertain the truth and demanded his wife to show her nose ring. Saraswati Bai, in her dire predicament, resolved to complete her prayers to Lord Vishnu and end her life. When she opened the container that had poison, she was shocked to discover a nose ring inside the poison cup, a replica of the one she had given away to the poor man. Astounded by what she witnessed, Saraswati Bai recounted the entire episode to her husband, who heard it and remained baffled. Meanwhile, a lookout for the poor man was done, but it ended up a futile search. He had vanished without any trace. Only eventually did it dawn in Srinivasa Nayaka that all of this was the miracle of Lord Vishnu. This divine miracle made a profound impact on his life. The veil of Maya or illusion of I and mine, which blinds people's vision of the divine, was finally lifted from his eyes. Thus, at 30, Srinivasa Nayaka donated his wealth to charity. He abandoned his house with his family to lead the life of a mendicant, singing the glories of Lord Vishnu. In his first musical composition, he laments how he wasted his life by indulging in material pursuits. In 1525, when he was about 40 years old, Srinivasa Nayaka had his formal initiation at the hands of Vyasaraya, one of the chief exponents of the Madhva philosophy and preceptor of Emperor Krishnadevaraya of the Vijayanagar Empire. Srinivasa Nayaka was bestowed the title of Purandaradasa. He travelled extensively throughout the Vijayanagar Empire and Pandharpur in present-day Maharashtra, composing and rendering soul-stirring songs praising God. Purandaradasa consolidated the method of teaching Carnatic music. He introduced the raga Mayamala Vagaula and fashioned a series of graded lessons. Another contribution was the fusion of bhava, raga, and laya in his compositions. He included comments on ordinary daily life and elements of colloquial language in his lyrics. He introduced folk ragas into the mainstream, setting his lyrics to ragas so that even a commoner could learn and sing them. His Lakshana Gitas is sung even to this day. Purandaradasa tried to reform social practices in his time through his devotional songs in the local Kannada language. Purandaradasa stressed the path of bhakti using complete self-surrender and unadulterated love towards God. His compositions stem from the essential teachings of Dvaita or duality followed in Vaishnavism. His kirtanas have simple lessons on how the mind needs to divert from transient and worldly pleasures and possessions and instead direct it towards Lord Vishnu, the abode of unadulterated, unswerving bliss. Purandaradasa fought the evils of casteism through his songs. His songs convey what use it is if one does not understand the true spirit of humanism, whatever caste or status one might be. He states a person's birth cannot decide the highness or lowness of that individual. He believed true caste was based on character and not on birth. Also, sacrifice did not imply the killing of animals but the destruction of an individual's evil tendencies. His songs convey the strong vehemence he held against untouchability that plagued the society back then. He averred that usage of the word untouchable is not in the context of physical contact with a person, but rather the worthlessness of a person based on their character and conduct that deems them as untouchable. Purandaradasa spent his final years in the Vijayanagara capital of Hampi in present-day Karnataka and died on 2nd January 1564 at the age of 95. He sang songs in Krishnadevaraya's court. The Mantapa in Hampi, where Purandaradasa stayed, is known as Purandaradasa Mantapa. Traditions mention that he composed 475,000 kirtanas or devotional songs titled Purandara Upanishad in his lifetime. He desired to compose 500,000 kirtanas but could not do so in his lifetime and hence requested his younger son to complete them after him. Om Namo Narayana.